Hey Japanolites! Welcome, welcome, welcome! It's me, Rei Link, for Small Girl Big Japan. So this is a little bit of a special video for you. It is Travel Tuesday, however, we're going to mix things up a little bit. Recently I've had lots and lots of questions from the Japanolites about working in Japan. So I thought I would take you on a little two-part adventure. And this adventure is called Work in Japan. What they tell you. So generally the first thing that they tell you is to actually start applying for jobs. Well, duh!
Oh, I must apply for jobs? Oh, okay. I am applying for jobs. I am applying for jobs.
So most companies will actually recommend that you apply for jobs through Gaijinpot, Daijob and YOLO Japan, for example. And believe me, they are actually a really useful tool.
Gaijinpot, Daijob and YOLO Japan are such a useful tool.
So when I first applied for a job in Japan, I actually used Gaijinpot. Gaijinpot is actually a very simple process and very straightforward, and you can make your applications to potential employers, and potential employers can actually send invitations to you to interview for future employee status. Besides having Gaijinpot or Daijob or YOLO Japan or whatever Japanese website that you're using to apply for jobs, you also need to be prepared to do a Skype interview with the person who is going to be interviewing you. So make sure you have Skype, otherwise you're going to have a big problem.
Hello? Hello? Are you working? Hello? I'm Daisy. I'm from England. It's nice to speak to you. セットです。日本から来ました。こちらこそどうぞよろしく。
A visa. You need a visa. Most Japanese companies in Japan are absolutely willing to sponsor your visa. That's great news. They will tell you in the interview if you are going to have your sponsored visa from them, and all you have to do is do the paperwork your end, and they'll do the paperwork at their end. Flights and accommodation. This will, of course, also be addressed in the interview. I mean, you will want to know if they are going to pay for your flights and your accommodation.
Are you going to pay for my flights and accommodation?
In a lot of circumstances, the payment for flights to Japan from the company is generally a resounding no.
No. Oh, I see.
And unfortunately, it can be the same with accommodation. However, you must do your research, because there are actually some companies that will pay your flights and accommodation for you. So it's not all that bad, is it? They also tell you that you have to save between $3,000 and $5,000 in cash. And they never seem to tell you the reason why.
Why? Why? Why is that?
I'm really sorry, but I can't say. Starting your job. So they would generally give you the start date for your job either during the interview or when you actually make the acceptance for your job. It's then your responsibility to actually find out when you get to Japan where exactly the company is, and to not be late on your first day. Schedule and pay. So in the interview, you will actually be told how many days a week you will be working, and exactly what days a week you will be working, and your days off. You will also be told your pay. Little do we foreigners know that that is all that they will tell you at that stage. There are actually two reasons as to why they might not actually tell you anything else. And that is, one, because you might not actually get the job, and two, they don't want to scare you away. Have a degree. Okay, so that might actually sound a little bit strange, but honestly, if you want an easier route to getting your visa, make sure that you have a degree. And also, the Japanese really value degrees for some reason. And do you know what? It could be a degree in anything.
Yes, I have a degree. I have a degree in peeling potatoes and potato equality.
Ha! So desu ka? To the Japanese, it does not matter what degree you have, so long as you have a degree. I have a degree in musical theatre. TOEFL and TESOL. TOEFL and TESOL are teaching certificates in English. TOEFL and TESOL are not actually necessarily requirements to have, but some employers do actually like to see that you've got the certificate. Again, it doesn't actually really matter how many hours you have completed in your TOEFL and TESOL course, so long as you actually have one. The chances of you actually getting a teaching job, if you have one, are actually a lot higher. However, most companies don't mind if you have it or not. You just need to make sure you've got your degree. Teaching English is actually a safe bet to getting into the country because most other jobs, besides teaching English or your own native language, actually will require an element of Japanese. And if you have no Japanese speaking qualification, you can easily be overlooked and they won't provide you with a translator. Be Genki! Okay, so this is actually extremely important. Most employers will be looking for this in the interview anyway, and they will probably expect it of you when you go over there. Okay, so to be Genki means be happy. Every day of your job you have to spend being extremely happy. You're not allowed to show that you're stressed.
Oh my goodness, I am so stressed right now.
Depressed. Concentrating. Hungover.
Oh, my head.
You got to be super Genki. So yeah, being Genki can actually make you feel like you're a robot though.
Irashe! Welcome! Irashe! Welcome! Irashe! Welcome! Irashe! Welcome!
Bowing. So in Japan, it's not actually very common to greet each other with the friendly handshake. Most of the time, you'll be expected to greet customers and hierarchy with a bow. Potential employers will, of course, perhaps tell you this in an interview, and if they don't tell you it, you are probably more than welcome to ask about it. However, you may want to practice your bowing routine before you go to Japan, otherwise they might actually make you practice in the company.
Bow, say no. Lower. You must bow lower. Oh. Lower.
Yeah, that last part wasn't actually true. Of course they won't make you do it in the company. Having said that, please do actually make sure that you know how to bow. The next one is... there isn't one. I've basically just told you everything that they would tell you in an interview to get you here in Japan. You find out everything else when you get to Japan. Some of the things they would tell you on your first day of work, and then other things you find out as you're going along. That's it. That concludes Work in Japan. What they tell you, and of course, yes, there is going to be a part 2 to this. What they don't tell you. Okay, so I know that sounds super scary, but you know, trust me, it ain't all that bad. I've also written an article on this on my City Cost page, so please follow the link below and it will take you to that page. Did you like this video? Give it a thumbs up, share it and subscribe. Once you have done that, please, please, please go and follow my other pages. Guess what? My Facebook page, which I use no money to promote, has actually increased in followers. So I'm very happy. Thank you guys. If you have any questions or comments about this video or working life in Japan, please feel free to put it in the description below and I will try and answer you. Just to let you know, I have a new skit, Japanolite Slam. It's where you, the Japanolites, can actually get involved in travel vlogging and I will follow you around with a camera and ask you questions about your travel experiences in Japan. To participate in this amazing little feature that I've actually got going, you need to be a member of my Facebook page. Once you have done that, then you can send me a little personal message to my inbox on my Facebook page and I will get back to you as soon as I can. There are of course some rules that you would have to absolutely 100% follow, but other than that, you'll be good to go, officially become a Japanolite and a travel vlogger. Nice. If you want an example of the first Japanolite video, there is a link in the bottom there. In the Japanolite series, we also do outtakes and we also film like special little activities that we actually do. That's it from me today, yeah! Japan it forward! And I'll be back soon with part 2 of work in Japan. Peace.